You mentioned the last Republican debate where it really seemed like Fred Thompson and Mike Huckabee really went at each other, that there was really a battle or at least an attempt by each of them to sharpen their attacks or raise questions about the other person's record. What is it that's different from Fred Thompson than Mike Huckabee, who most people might look at and say, look, they're both Southerners, they're both Republicans, they're both conservatives?
No, I don't think they'd say that. I think they would say that he was a governor and that he ruled with a mixed record, and I think a lot of folks have said that he left the Republican Party in shambles in Arkansas. I think you'll find a lot of folks that from Arkansas that don't think he's a conservative at all, and I think that was Fred's point at the debate.
Why then do you think he's doing so well in South Carolina, at the top of the polls according to that last poll?
One of the things that Governor Huckabee is so well at is being able to speak and communicate, especially to evangelicals. He had some wonderful answers in the debate that I think touched a lot of folks. And he's a very nice guy, and he communicates very well. But I think most folks would say that his rhetoric does not match his record, and he's not a conservative.
What specifically about his record does not make him a conservative?
His tax record. There's lots of other things, and the things that Fred went through, at the debate, I think, people should take a look at for themselves and decide. And, even Rush Limbaugh today talked very specifically about, if like Ed Rollins, who is Governor Huckabee's manager, says that there is no longer a Reagan coalition, that we have to find a third way, I think we all have to really think about if that's how we want to define the conservative party.
But don't you think it is interesting that we have a Republican race that is wide open? I mean, we have one winner in Iowa, one winner in New Hampshire. We might have a totally different winner in Michigan, a totally different one in South Carolina, and then Rudy Giuliani may win in Florida. I mean, this race is going to go on for a long time. Does your husband, Fred Thompson, have the resources to run a campaign for that long, through February 5th, all those big states?
Sure. Well, a lot of influx of resources come in when folks do well. We've done fantastically well since the debate, even. A lot of real support has come in, over the internet and online. He wins South Carolina, does well enough in South Carolina, even more resources will come in. But it's not just South Carolina that Fred can win. For goodness sake, on the 5th, we're looking at Alabama, we're looking at West Virginia, we're looking at North Carolina, we're looking at Tennessee. There's a whole lot of other states here that we can talk about, that we could do real well in. So it's not just South Carolina that we plan on doing well.